Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Hey, it's Wayne with HaveToFlip.com. Sunday. Yep. We're out here. But that's good. It's a good sign. It's what we need to do to make the money. Feeling wore out, I'm telling you. I've already been out here for a little bit today. My focus is to try to get as much as we possibly can done and out there so that we can sell it. I mean, that only makes sense, right? So, I was out here a little bit this morning. I was out yesterday. Got some stuff done. I've got about, after this morning's, not including what I'm going to start working on right now, we got about 75 drafts already ready. So that's awesome. Still kind of picking through the stuff that we had left over. So we're going to get that finished. And I've been working on figuring out the stuff that I definitely want to improve on. Some of the stuff that I want to try. So I'm going to try to write down as much as that kind of stuff as I possibly can to make sure that I don't forget it and that I can research anything we can. So I am planning on doing research every quarter for the previous quarter because they give you 90 days worth of information. So I am currently doing what's going to be the third quarter data, and then of course next year it'll always be the beginning of that, so that I kind of know going into third quarter where I need to put my focus, because it's going to change. So I definitely don't want to hit it at the end. If you hit it in at the end of the winter season and you go 90 days back, sweaters and everything else like that are going to be at a higher percentage going in than going into the first quarter. So all the data that I'm going to collect, I'm going to use it for the following year's beginning of that quarter. And that'll give me a better idea overall. And I'm using eBay's for the simple fact is I don't track any of my own. So that is definitely one thing that I want to start, is tracking all my own sales, in what category, what size, and try to narrow down, I don't want to say a pattern, but there is a pattern. Whether it's summertime, wintertime, or whatever, at some point there is somewhat of a pattern that you got to follow. So it might not be the exact same every season, but it definitely gives you a better heads up than not knowing it at all. So definitely working on that. And I found something for next year that we are most definitely going to focus a lot of attention on, that I had no idea. I mean, I had some idea, but nothing to the extent of what the sell-through rate on some of the stuff is. So there's definitely going to be a change of stuff that I'm not going to pick up, and then definitely a change on some of the stuff that I will definitely pick more of it up. So I'm glad to see numbers, new numbers. They might not be my numbers, but it's definitely progression. There's me actually doing something to better myself in the future. So it's how it was when I started, and then very complacent, and it killed me. So we're definitely going to implement more of those systems. I have a daily numbers input sheet that I do that keeps me at my goal, my current goal, and lets me know how far we are below the current goal and how far we've actually dropped since I posted the video back about being only running 37%. Believe it or not, we're lower than 37% right now. So, it's going to keep track of my current progression overall since I started tracking. So it'll just be a continuous sheet that I'll keep adding, and it'll let me know my progression. And then once I can hit certain goals, I'll flip over certain sheets. We'll set the next set of goal inside of, we'll flip the sheet within Google Sheets. I use Google Drive, all their software, so that I can have it accessible at my fingertips at any time to pull up information or data. It's too easy to think of something and lose it by the time that you get it written down or on a document. So I have it on all my phones. I have it on all my laptops, my PCs. I pull up a document, add it in there, and it's saved. So, but that way I'll have a place for everything so that I can refer back to it all the time, rather than it's spread out within yearly documents. I kind of want to have a goal section, a goal sheet, and then work off that goal sheet to where we hit our goals and continue to progress. So, and by having 75 drafts already done is a huge step. Now all we got to do is just get them released. We'll definitely figure out where the bottleneck is. I don't want to put an extra amount of pressure on my wife. So there's definitely something I've noticed within the last 4 or 5 days of me doing this, where some of the bottlenecking is coming in. So I have to figure out the best way that I can for her to be able to produce the best that she can. So I don't, if she's doing unnecessary steps that I could be doing by my pre-draft, we need to figure those out. I need to get those done and together so that when she hits the actual item to put in as a draft, all she's got to do is really fill in the title. It'll populate what it needs to populate and add in the sizes. So maybe something I can do is add in the sizes when I create it, and maybe just her doing the title be enough to populate all the rest of the fields, and then she can zip through them. But definitely things are moving a heck of a lot faster getting them drafted than what they were before. So that's awesome. I hope I figure out process changes like this throughout my whole company to produce as well as this is done, just with changing 2 little steps. So maybe me focusing the amount of time I have so far on purchasing will pay off in the end. So I'm super excited about that. I'm ready to go out and actually start buying material to list now. So I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I'm ready to do it. I don't have all the data yet. I'm collecting as much data as I can. And like I said, the stuff I'm really collecting now is 90 days ago. So all of the stuff that I'm collecting data is already outdated because we're shifting seasons already. So I think some of the ones that I have found, the sell-through rate is so good that it's not going to matter whether it was summer, winter, you know, fall, spring, whatever. You know, it's good. It has that really good sell-through rate where it looks like it's a constant mover, which is phenomenal. Now that I found it, I don't know how easy it is to obtain. So it might have that sell-through rate so high because it's very hard to obtain. But we'll find out, because I'm going to focus on 3 or 4 categories really hard, and start purchasing those to see how well they flow, and then we'll add more as we do more research. So I am pumped. I mean, I can't tell you how exciting it is to get back into it and actually getting results like I used to. Now, if I can just get the financial results like I am number results and motivational, you know, results, that would be perfect. So we did order another big round of USPS boxes. It is getting close to fourth quarter, and I don't want to be the last guy ordering, because he's always the one who gets them after Christmas. So once this comes out, it's going to be too late for you guys, but I want you to know that I was ahead of the game. All right, man, I got to get off here. I'm just wanting to give you an update of how things are going, how well that new process is going, and then how we are 100% working on other processes to implement into the business and really start moving product like we should. So, till next time, guys. Peace. Unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end, and here we are. So if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to continue to follow my journey, make sure you subscribe. So until then, I'll catch you on the flip side. Good night. Goodbye. See you later. Toodaloo.